And welcome back, this is Ballerscooper with more bonus episodes of Let's Play Chrono Cross. As you can see, I have started a new game. I did want to show off who came with me this time. As it turns out, it's Leena, which is quite nice because once again, we get a character that is very early on recruitable for our party. So I could technically equip her and I wouldn't necessarily miss the stuff for too long. You can get characters that are exclusive to certain routes. For instance, you can get Nikki, you can get Korcha, you can get Doc, you can get Razly, and those characters are not available depending on how you proceed with the game. So I would not recommend necessarily equipping people here because you can potentially lose the equipment throughout the entire playthrough of the game. So try to keep that in mind, but I'm going to move forward. Like I said, today we're going to be focusing on character interactions, pieces of dialogue that we have options with, and we'll see what happens when I go, several ways with it as we go through. I'll meet you when we get one of those interactions. This is all the same, and they explain it in one of the bonus endings, but we will get to that. Our first option is with Leena, when she is asking us at the beginning of the game to get some Komodo scales for her. As you can see, I have partial along. I'm still getting all the characters, well, as many as I can get. So, I want you to go to Lizard Rock and get some scales for me. I would join you, but I still have to watch the kids. It's your fault. You were late. Once you collect some Komodo dragon scales, I'll catch up with you at El Paso Beach. Is that okay with you, Serge? Nah. Excuse me? What did you say? Serge? Think about it. It's your fault for sleeping in, seeing as how you let me down. I'd say you owe me a couple hundred of those scales. Now go to Lizard Rock and get some scales for me. I'll let you off easy this time with only 3 scales. I'm counting on you, Serge. Good luck, okay? As you can see, she's not too thrilled with the fact that I said no, but if we back it up and we start this again, is that okay with you, Serge? We'll go ahead and do the one that I said the first time, and I usually say, because I don't like her yelling at me, but sure, no problem. Good, that's what I wanted to hear. Okay then, don't just stand around, go collect some scales at Lizard Rock. Let's see, I think 3 should be enough. Good luck, Serge, I'm counting on you. All right. So, we can either have her yell at me or have her slightly annoyed with me. Those are the 2 options. I'm off to El Paso Beach. Our next dialogue choice will be here at El Paso Beach, once again with Leena. When we recruited Pauschel, we did not have an option to say no. Pauschel just joins the party as soon as you give her the Hecarim bone. But Leena, she has a few choices. It sure has been a long time since we last came here. We used to come all the time. The sea never changes, does it? It's been rolling in and out like this since long before we were born. It's been here for eternity, it seems. It's probably seen many things, heard many things. It'll probably keep rolling in and out, long after our lifetime, without a single change. Hey, Serge. Remember we used to sit and talk like this when we were kids? With the gentle sea breeze and the tranquil sound of the waves? Just the 2 of us, talking. Do you still remember that day? Let me drop another save right there. All right, so there are 2 dialogue options. If you want, a good Leena in your party, you're going to want to go with option 2 for both of these. Otherwise, you won't be able to get the level 7 tech for her, which is one of the better level 7 techs. So we're going to start by getting this wrong. Nah, I don't remember. Oh, then I guess you forgot about the promise we made. Well, I guess it can't be helped. We were so young. On top of that, you almost drowned back then. It was a traumatic time for you. But aren't memories strange? Just when you think that you've forgotten about something, it comes floating back into your heart. I guess it's just lying there and waiting for that right moment. Why, we might even remember this very moment someday. In 10, 20 years, when we're all grown up and married and have kids of our own. Then, one day, when that time comes, I wonder what kind of adults we'll be. What kind of life will I be leading? I wonder what to make of this day. And we get a second chance here, but once again, if you get one of these wrong, then you get all of it wrong. So you're going to want to pick option 2 for both of these, but I'm going to get this wrong. Yeah, we'll forget it eventually. Yeah, I guess so. But that would be really sad, wouldn't it? Serge, there's been something I've been wanting to... All right, this is going to start syncing up. We know what's going to happen here, so let's back it up and be nice about this. I remember that day. I do remember. Really? You do? So, Serge, you haven't forgotten about the promise we made that day? That makes me happy. But our memory's strange. Just when you think that you've forgotten about something, it comes floating back into your heart. All right, we have seen this. Let's skip ahead a little bit here. There we go. All right. We'll never forget this day. Once again, this is the option you want if you want Leena to be good. We'll never forget this day, Leena. Yeah, I hope you're right. That's pretty much it. It's the more boring option. She did a much lengthier explanation and of her own thoughts, I guess I should say, when we said, I don't remember, or we'll forget it eventually. But that is this little section of dialogue options. I'll meet you at the next one, which off the top of my head, I honestly don't know when that's going to be, but I will meet you there. Our next set of dialogue options are still with Leena, back on the pier, but this is in another world. Remember, we have to talk to her to find out a little bit more about what happened to the Surge of another world. We get a couple options. They don't really change things too much here, but we will go over what will happen depending on what you say. So let's start with, what was his name? She's talking about the other Surge at this point. What was his name? Why? Why do you want to know his name? That boy died. He drowned when he was very young. This all happened 10 years ago. Soon after, his mother passed away too. I was still very young back then, so I don't remember too well, but my mom says his name was Surge. And then we will go with, I'm Surge. You're Surge? Oh, stop that. That's not even funny. The boy is dead. Don't you understand? That boy. I guess I kinda liked him. If that boy were still alive today, I wonder what would have become of us. Sure is weird. Why am I opening up to you like this? Well, I guess there's no use thinking about the past. It's not like Surge is going to come back. Mom always tells me I shouldn't dwell on a lost loved one. You can find his grave up on Cape Powell. Actually, why don't you go visit the gravesite? Nobody's been up there in a while. Well, I still have some chores to finish. Sorry I blew up at you like that. Goodbye, stranger. Fine. Don't join the party. All right, let's back it up. 2. What happened to him? What happened to him? Why do you want to know? It's really none of your business. And then we begin the same dialogue once more until we get to the next dialogue option. And she still says Surge, and then I can say, that's nonsense. Why would she make that up? Why would I lie about something like that? Do you think I'm so cruel as to make something like that up? That's what I was just saying. And then we get back to the normal dialogue. So those are the options there. I will meet you at the next set of dialogue options, which I believe will be with Kid after our fight with Karsh, Salt, and Pepor. I'll meet you there. On the other side of that fight, Kid says, "Hey, Serge, how about you and me team up for a while? That Karsh fella ain't gonna just leave you alone, that's for sure. No, he's gonna join up later, as it turns out. And to tell you the truth, I'm new to these islands. It's pretty lonely traveling around here on me own." So how about it, Serge? Perhaps it was fate that we would meet up like this. And we get two options. We get to travel together or refuse. Now, I always thought this was a little mean because we have to refuse her in order to get Leena to join the party. If we say yes to her at any point during this, she will, well, exclude Leena to the party. But if we say no to her, then she'll just join anyway a little bit later. So, honestly, you should say no. So let's drop a save and start by saying yes. We'll travel together. Beauty, mate. That decides it then. We're real good mates now. Anyways, it'll be getting dark soon. I suggest we head to Arnie and shack up for the night. Wait, what? Oh, and Serge, don't go trying any funny stuff just 'cause I'm cute and all. But you wanted to shack up. All right. Let's refuse, which is what I would highly recommend. No. Hang on. Are you telling me you're gonna refuse the company of a lonely, vulnerable, sweet little girl? Well, when you say little, then it's a little creepier. All right. Let's start by saying yes. Sure. Join up. Fine. Let's go. And it's the same thing here. Same thing as what she said when we said yes the first time. So, let's back it up and say no. You sure there, mate? You might live to regret it, you know? And we have one last choice here. We're going to start by saying yes. I think it's going to have the same set of dialogues, though. Yes, it does say the exact same thing. So we're going to say no. Jeez, well, have it your way, mate. And off she goes. So we don't get to shack up or nothing. All right, I'll meet you at the next dialogue decision that we have to make. Wait, do we have a little bit more? We do have a little bit more. I'll be heading up north to a town called Termina. It'll be getting dark pretty soon. I suggest you go find a place to shack up for the night. Don't want you to become Hecarim bait now. We never do see a Hecarim, do we? Well, see ya. Nothing comes to mind. All right, off she goes. And that is indeed it. And then, Poshul will join the party again. It was terrible. They should be kind to animals. Yes, they should, but they weren't.